to hop on to the connection now. Cool. It's good, James. I think I gotta turn my volume up.
Yo. Yeah, I hear you.
What's going on, bro? You don't mind if you could just turn sideways so we could both be on the same page?
This way?
Yeah, that's cool. And I see some people joining in for the first time. Tiara, Lenore, Vibes. Welcome. We're gonna get started actually right now. So I appreciate you, James, for getting on this week for Talented Tuesdays. Welcome, Instagram and friends. This is Kai Speaks, your host, and this is Talented Tuesdays, airing every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on your Instagram live station. Talented Tuesdays is brought to you by the GoldenKey Foundation, developing leaders one step at a time. As you can see, I got my man James on this week, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about drumming, and this is basically going to be a casual conversation. James, this being your first time on the show, basically we have is like an interview conversation, like I said, and then we have guests who tune in and they have questions as well that they want to ask you as well. So it usually typically lasts for about like 30 to 45 minutes, and we just want to learn a little bit more about you and your talent. I typically see talents in everything, so on the show lately we had poets, to dancers, to actors, doctors, to you name it. We see talents in everything. So I appreciate you again for being on here. Real quick, just for the crew who do not know you, just introduce yourself real quick. Tell us where you came from, where you just recently graduated last year, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
How y'all doing? My name's James. I'm from Jersey. You feel me? Jersey, we got the best musicians, and that's my opinion. Other than that, I just graduated from Lincoln University in PA with a business management major, and yeah, I'm just drumming. I love drumming. I drum every Sunday for church, and that's my hobby.
Yeah, I hear that. Jersey also known for them bagels too. I will give them that. They got the best bagels.
Man.
So, all right, like I said, appreciate you for getting on the show. So what made you, how did you know that you were first interested in drumming? Like, what stuck out to you about drumming that made you think, like, dang, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to chase after?
Drumming started when I was in church. I grew up in church, so every Sunday, every Wednesday, I was in church, and I was just around musicians all the time, and the drums just grew my attention. So I started playing when I was 5, and then ever since then I kept playing. I joined the band when I was in elementary school, and then from elementary school I was in the band all the way into college until I graduated.
Now, were there any moments? I see some comments already. Miss AK85 said, "Shout out to the HBCUs. Rep your HBCU real quick. Cheney all day. The first HBCU." But I ain't gonna throw no shade to James coming from the second. It's all love though. So yeah, tell us a little bit. Being in the band at an early age and like as middle school, I'm sure it wasn't as extreme as when you were on the band at Lincoln. But were you ever discouraged at all? Because we see the horror stories on like movies, like Drumline, things like that, and you got the early morning wake up calls and stuff like that. Was it as extreme as they portrayed to be on on movies and TV like that?
Bro, it was even worse than what they portray in the movies. My freshman year, man, I almost quit. I didn't want to do it. It was crazy. Waking up at like 5 in the morning when you're in school by yourself that first week just for band camp. So you just waking up at like 5, 6 in the morning, just playing the drums mad loud. So it was like, well, I'm not used to this. So it was just like, I mean, it was cool though, but it was definitely intense. Like you had to be focused to finish it, but it was enjoyable. I really enjoyed it.
So what made you what made you stick it out? Because it's like if you're not really passionate about something, it's so easy to quit after those early mornings or to quit after you have your first disagreement or anything. It could easily deter you from something like that. So what made you really stick it out, especially at the collegiate level, with it starting to become more competitive?
Well, first thing was, like you said, passion. Like I love doing it, so I was going to stick with it regardless. Second thing was I was on the scholarship. So it was no giving that scholarship up because I had to stay in school somehow. So you feel me? But yeah, like my passion, like I never give it up, no matter how hard it get. And you can't give up. Like through life, you're gonna go through stuff hard. You gotta get through it. So that was my way of getting through band, like just sticking with my passion with something I love.
Yeah, I hear you. And real quick, I do see some new people tuning in. Just to remind you, this is Talented Tuesdays. Feel free to ask your questions. If you think that I'm missing any questions, asking James, feel free to drop a comment, drop a question, anything that you want to know a little bit more about James and his talent, which we're talking about drumming and drumming on a collegiate level and everything like that. I do, however, want to leave my housekeeping like I always do. I forgot to in the beginning, but that's basically to keep that comment section clean, positive. We want to keep all negativity out there. We want people to feel comfortable with commenting, asking questions, and concerns and things like that. So I see you, the Green Mile. I see you, Ms. AK5, who, by the way, had a question. She asked, "Were you a part of Orange Crush?"
Yeah, I was.
And
Yeah.
what was your best experience being a part of a marching band on the collegiate level?
My best experience, being in the drum line, it was like a brotherhood. Like that was my first taste of like a family, because it was a small school, so everybody was together, and the band, you was always with each other, so you knew each other, and then yeah, like you just felt like a family, and you was together all the time, 24/7. So that was the best part, like just
And
having everybody like just have your back.
tell us a little bit about that, because we may not have people on the call that know a lot about HBCUs and that culture. Tell
Hmm.
us a little bit about the CIAAs and that experience. You know, traveling down to CIAAs for the marching band tournaments and everything like that.
Yeah, CIAA's, it was fun. We took the bus. It was a long ride, but like I said, you're with people that you're with all the time together. So you're gonna fight, argue, but as a family, like you're gonna feel welcome no matter what. So HBCU culture is like that's your family. No matter how hard or how much y'all fight, y'all always gonna be together and have each other's back. Like going against other people, because that's what HBCUs teach, to always just have each other's back. Everybody's a family, so we all gotta be on one accord, honestly.
So, I'm sure. I'm sure. Do anybody? This not just a question for you, James. This is a question for everybody that's tuning in. Does anybody have annoying animals if they help? Because right now I got a cat that I thought I could leave out during the show, but he actually tearing stuff up right now. So I'll be right back. Let me go handle it. All right, ain't no shame in my game. I'm back. My fault, bro. So yeah, just so yeah, you say family. Have y'all ever had those like I don't want to call it a beef because at the end of the day it's all love with both schools. But have y'all ever had like the head to head, the battles, like that scene in Drumline when they got against the other school and they started drumming on each other's drums and it started this whole riot?
Yeah, we had battles, but it wasn't that intense like the movie make it to be. But like after every football game, there's what we call a fifth quarter, and that's when the bands battle each other, and that's after every football game, no matter you win or lose. So our rivals were really like VSU band. Like every time they came, we played until they kicked us out of the stadium. But yeah, like those battles, they were fun. You met people at the end of it, and it was a competition, so you felt like the energy coming from each side. So
Mm-hmm.
it was really nice. And then we went to the big Honda Battle of the Bands. So that was even crazier. Like that experience was different because we were going all the way to Atlanta, going against bands from all over the place.
Right.
So, and that was a crazy experience. That was the best experience at Lincoln I had.
How long were y'all down there for?
Yeah. You said
How
what?
how long were y'all down there for?
I believe it was like a weekend. I don't remember, but It was a couple of days we were down there for. We actually visited Morehouse, and then from Morehouse, then we went to the stadium, and we did perform with Music Soul Child too that year.
Oh, that's big. You got any
Yeah.
pictures of music?
You said what?
Got any pictures of music?
No, I didn't take any pictures with him, but a couple of my band members got pictures with him. I'm in the video though. I gotta find the video. I'm gonna send it to you.
All right, yeah, send that video. I'm gonna include that even in the recording for YouTube.
Yeah.
So, all right, so when you mentioned the fifth quarter at all the football games, has there ever been a time your Lincoln played a school that did not have a band or didn't have a band that was ready and wasn't out there, and y'all wasn't able to have that fifth quarter? And if so, like, is that something that you guys look forward to? So you like were disappointed for not being able to have that fifth quarter?
More of my like, I want to say my senior year. A lot of schools stopped coming because of, I guess, funding. So we didn't have a lot of fifth quarters. So sometimes it was disappointing, like depending on what school we were playing. Like if we were playing Bowie, we went their school there because we always go against each other. And then like Cheney, you guys, but
Yeah, Kenny ain't got a band.
yeah. So it was like every time we wanted a fifth quarter and we didn't get it, it was disappointing. But then it wasn't because we can go right back to our rooms after the game instead of waiting like another 2 hours. So
Yeah, I hear that. It's like the best. It's what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to call it like a win lose.
yeah,
It kind of is a win lose.
yeah.
So we got a couple questions for you. So I think you answered this first one when you talked about the scholarship. Yeah, you definitely answered this one. It was, were you recruited for band and did you set out to attend Lincoln and then look for those scholarship opportunities and the band? So I think you did mention you had a scholarship to attend Lincoln.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why you ended up going to Lincoln, or did you already apply to Lincoln and it turned out that you had a scholarship coming if you joined the band?
Yeah, so I had applied already, and then I reached out to the band director at the time, and then I sent him footage of me playing when I was in high school, and he offered me a scholarship. So I was already planning on going there, and then since I knew I was going there, I sent him footage of me playing, and then he offered me a scholarship. So that's how I got there.
Right. So it's more like, okay, I want to go here. Oh, they got a band. That's something I want to do. Let me reach out to them. Like
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
But then the second question we'll leave you with, I saw Lincoln represented at the competition with music. Oh, this is more so a comment. She was mentioning the Music Soul Child
Yeah.
being there. And did you get any negative reactions from your bandmates when you decided to play?
That's a good one. Wow. Not, I didn't really get any negative reaction because I wasn't around
Mm-hmm.
to get it. So,
Right.
but when I got back, they showed me love, and it was during like basketball season, so it wasn't as intense. But yeah, they didn't they knew I was going for a reason, so they wasn't giving me too much slack for it. So when I got back, they still welcomed me with open arms. So
Right. So a lot of your bandmates like members of Tau Beta Sigma or Kappa Psi?
yeah, it was a lot of a good majority of the band, even since my freshman year, they were in those two organizations. So
Okay.
yeah, and it was other people in the band that was like in other organizations too. So it was Greek. The Greek culture was always around in the band.
But I would say, so you wasn't really like, it wasn't like too far in between that members of the band went to other organizations outside of what the majority was. Because
Yeah.
the next question was, did they feel like you went against the brotherhood because you were talking about brotherhood
Mhm.
earlier? You didn't feel any like disconnect afterwards or anything like that.
No, I didn't. Like I said, other people, because with KK Psi and Tau Beta Sigma, you can be in those organizations and join a Divine Nine organization. So a lot of them were in two organizations at the same time. So they didn't look at it as, oh, you went against the brotherhood or sisterhood of the band. Because at the end of the day, the band was a family, not the two Greek organizations within the band.
Right.
Yeah.
I get that. And like you mentioned too, like a lot of like people don't really see this side of like Greek life and everything like that. They like outsiders oftentimes see Greek life as like, gangs and stuff like that. But it really is a lot of camaraderie within all the Greek organizations. Like we all play, all throw our shade and throw our shots. But at the end of the day, when we come down to getting back to business, we all embrace each other and try to embrace that culture and try to do things that's right for the communities and right for the schools and everything like that. So I definitely agree.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about do you see any long term goals for being in the band now that you graduated? The college life is over. Being a part of the marching band, that's over. Do you really see yourself pursuing a long term relationship with your passion for playing the drums?
Yeah, I mean, I still play the drums every Sunday now for church. Travel to different churches all over the place, just playing the drums, trying to get my name out there. Because eventually, I want to be able to play the drums for a famous artist, gospel artist, R&B rapper. It doesn't matter. I just want to be able to use my gift to, just use it so I can work for myself. But yeah, like music, drumming is never going anywhere. I practice every day. And like I said, I play every Sunday. So, yeah.
You should. I don't know if you do this already. You should consider like doing like covers. I don't know, like you've seen like musicians who do covers to songs, just like singers do covers of songs. Musicians oftentimes do covers of songs and stuff like that, and just basically flood the artist who you're covering, flood their IG or their Twitter or whatever. Like check this out, get everybody to tag them and stuff like that. To try some things like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I mean, I did a couple gospel covers. I just haven't had like the right equipment to upload what I really want to, so it sounds like
Right.
the sound is the right way. Yeah.
Right.
Because with drums, it has to sound right.
Definitely feel you. So we got some more questions from this AK85 coming through with the questions, the comments, everything. Some school programs restrict members from joining organizations like track and field. So obviously that wasn't the band, considering everybody was in the organization. Does the church allow you to shimmy?
Nah, man, I don't shimmy in church. I barely shimmy anymore. My knees hurt. I'm too old now.
You say you're too old. Right. I'm starting to feel the same way. I'm too old for the Greek life, man.
Yeah, man.
Just get me on board with the community service.
Yeah, man.
So, how did your college experience, being a part of so many different things? So, from your freshman year to joining band to joining Kappa Alpha Psi, how did all these things tie into your development now as a person?
I feel like everything that I did at college taught me a lesson. Like, especially Kappa, it taught me never to give up, always be persistent, because it can always be 10 times worse than what you think. And like, you just don't quit. Like, that's what I took out of school. Like, just stay persistent, do what you got to do, and it's going to pay off. Like, you can't give up. You can't look at what somebody else is doing and say, well, I'm not there. You just, focus on yourself and see how you can make yourself better and take yourself to the next step other than worry about other people. So that's what I really took from Lincoln, Kappa, band, everything. I just learned how to just be myself and worry about myself and not what other people are doing.
I hear you. That's good. And so you mentioned you've been interested in drums, passionate about drums since you were a youngin. So what advice would you give to, because not everybody realizes that they have passion for things like that. Okay, so what advice would you give to a person that might have joined, that might have went into college and decides at college who might have a raw talent in playing the drums or playing a wind instrument or anything like that, and they want to give band a try, but they're a little hesitant? What advice would you give that person?
Try out. Just go to the band. The band actually offers lessons to people that want to join, because like every HBCU band, not everyone, but a lot of them need members. So, yeah, if you feel like you want to play the drums, you have questions about it, just go talk to the band director, talk to a member of the band. Like, people are friendly, so if you're friendly, they invite you in. You'll just come there, teach you. Even if you don't know how to read music, they teach you how to read music. They teach you how to march, teach you how to play, whatever you need to do. They teach you how to do it. So I feel like you should never feel discouraged if you haven't done it your whole life. You can always learn how to do something if you put your mind to it.
Right. Definitely feel that. And so that we got some questions. Lessons, that's great to know. I'm sure most don't know this. Oh yeah, no, definitely, because I know Cheney was lacking with the members, so they started offering lessons to anybody. But like,
Yeah,
it may not be a problem at all HBCUs. You got schools like FAMU who has a band, they're
crazy.
humongous. So like,
Exactly.
I'm sure that they probably not reaching out to new people as often as the smaller schools would. So do you have any advice for that person who is new to this whole band life and goes to a school like FAMU or Alabama A&M, these bigger schools? What advice would you give to that person? Still give it a try, or would you tell them to prepare for it first?
Yeah, so I still say give it a try because it never hurts to try. I also say like a lot of big schools they have different musical groups, so it'd be probably like a smaller band, like a jazz band or something. You can get incorporated with like a smaller group, and then once your skills develop, then you can try and go to the larger band and see how that is. And even larger bands have music classes, and they teach you how to read music, how to play the instrument. And when you feel like you can do it, then you can go try for the band.
Right. And so now that you're graduated, even if while you were in school, have you ever had any paid opportunities to play the drums at an event or anything like that?
Oh yeah, all the time. So like playing in church, they pay you. So every church I go to, they pay you. Like jazz bands, you go to musical cafes, they pay you. So like even barbecues now, people pay you. They want a live band. So
You played at
yeah,
a bar before?
yeah,
Mm,
nice little cookout. It was for like a kid's birthday, but it was nice.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
Uh, so what was that feeling like? This you can be as if you can describe it to the best you can. What was that feeling like when you got your first paid opportunity to play the drums?
It was like you're your own businessman. It was like I felt good because I'm doing something that I love to do and I'm making money doing it. So it was like wow, like I can't believe I'm getting paid to do this because it's my passion. I love to do it. Nobody's begging me to do it. I'm doing it because I want to do it, but I'm still getting rewarded for doing it. So it's really amazing, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, so we have a good question from Miss AK85. Would you be interested in putting together a jazz ensemble? Is that
I
something that
mean, I'm open to anything. So I don't know if I
you look
find the right group.
down here on that's been on Talented Tuesdays? I got a piano player, a guitarist. Look,
Well,
I
we all got to link together then. We all
uh
got we got to make something work. We got to get together, man.
and are drums the only instruments that you play?
Um, well, drums is you can't really say drums is a lot of instruments within the percussion drum family.
Right.
So technically, I play a lot of instruments, but percussion, which is drums, that's my main instrument. So yeah.
Okay. So my next question for you is the difference between because I know for myself, I can play the snare drum, the bass drum, and the quad all individually. However, when it comes to playing the set, that's
hmm
different skills. So how would you explain to people like the difference between playing these instruments individually and then trying to bring that skill together to play a full set?
Yeah. Okay. So playing each drum alone it's easy. It's easier because you're focusing on one drum, one sound, and one beat. When you're putting everything together on a drum set, you have to worry about how this sounds and how that sounds, because everything has to sound together because it's coordination. So you have to be coordinated to play the drum set opposed to playing the quads or the bass drum or the snare, because oh, this is one instrument. I'm playing this one instrument. I know what notes I'm going to play. When it comes to the set, you have to figure out what you're going to play and when you're going to play it.
And can you read sheet music?
Yeah, I read music. So
That's
I read music
yeah.
for drum set, snare, quad, bass drum, triangle, cymbals, everything. So
So did you teach yourself how to read music, or did someone is this like something that someone taught you and got
so
you?
yeah, I started reading music when I first joined the band in elementary school, and then once I got to high school, I didn't really need to know how to read music because I was that good. I'm
Oh,
not trying to be cocky or anything, but
oh,
my senior year of high school, I went to a drum instructor, and he taught me how to really read music because I was scared going into college that I needed to know how to really read music. So that summer, going into my freshman year of college, is when I really learned how to read music, and then I
and
just developed upon that when I was in school.
so for you, what came first? The individual, like playing the snare, the bass, quad, what have you, or learning the set?
I learned the set first because I grew up in church before band. So I learned the set first, and then from the set, I went to the snare, and then everything else followed. But I started off with the set. So
I think we might have lost. We might have lost. Hello?
yeah, hello?
Yeah, yeah. We lost you for a quick second. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, I started with the set. So everything was pretty much easier with the set because I was coordinated already. So when it came to playing the snare or the tom, everything else came easier. So.
So, all right. So, explain to me the process because I just never got it. How was that process of learning how to play a drum set? Like from when you were adolescent to not knowing anything about it to being as good as you are now. What was that process to just like? Did you take it day by day? Were you slow at it? Did you have to learn how to read music to learn how to play the set? Just break it down for us a little bit more.
So it takes a long time, honestly. You have to be coordinated. I play every day, and I play the different types of music, so I get adjusted to how each song is supposed to sound. So when I don't know a song, but I know the artist, I can tell how the song is gonna be. So it all comes with practice. You just have to practice, and um, everybody says practice makes perfect, but that's true. Like if you practice, you'll perfect your craft, and that's what I do every day. Like I practice every day. Um, when it comes to the drum set, you just have to practice like your rhythms, your rudiments. You just have to get everything together so you know what you're gonna do. So there's no hesitation. So you're not messing up. So it's just practice, honestly.
Okay, so for all the music noobs out there, no offense to you guys, just explain to them the difference between rhythm and rudiment.
A rhythm is like the beat. A rhythm is like the beat. You're staying on beat. Rudiment is a pattern of different notes and like different patterns you're putting together. So and that's what drummers use to make different beats. So that can be considered like a paradiddle or something, and that's a rudiment, and that's like right, left, right, left, left, something like that. So and the rhythm is just keeping beat. So
So like, would you consider like so? Would you say a rudiment is kind of like the breakdown of what makes a beat?
yeah, so a rudiment is what you but you don't like. A lot of people don't know what they're hearing. So a rudiment
Mm.
is, oh, I'm making this beat, but it's within the rhythm of the beat, so it's on beat. But the rudiment is actually making the beat.
That's a lot of beat, rudiment rhythm.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of patterns people put together.
So as I'm wrapping up, that's all the questions that I have, and I see people still with the comment. Um, Miss AK, of course, always asking her, well, not questions, but she got jokes in here today. Just a worshiper said practice. Welcome to you. I've seen you for the first time. But yeah, so this is my last question that I have for you, and I just want to mention to everybody that's tuned in, feel free to ask any questions that you think I might have missed to ask James. Feel free to comment, anything like that. That helps. Also, in the meantime, just drop a comment to see like what kind of talents would you like to see on Talented Tuesdays in the future. We had doctors on the show, poets, speakers to dancers and actors, everything. Anything could be a talent. So what kind of talents are you looking forward to seeing on Talented Tuesday? So for you, James, my last question is the red pill or the blue pill. This is a question that I ask every week to every guest. And it's basically if you take the red pill, you go forward 10 years, but you go forward 10 years and you have $5 million in your bank account. Mm-hmm. And then the blue pill is you take the blue pill, you go back 10 years, but you know everything that you know now. Which pill are you taking?
I'm taking the blue pill to go back. That's what I'm taking, man. If I know everything that I knew then, I change a lot of things, and I'll probably be rich right now. So,
right, you probably have $5 million, right?
Yeah, I have way more than $5 million. Probably like 500 mil.
Look, Just the Worshiper just said he's the best drummer I know. So you go back 10 years, you might be even better drummer.
Exactly.
So okay, we got some claps and everything. That was all my questions. Real quick, James, I just want you to spend this time, plug yourself in for the people who don't have you on their Instagram already. For people who want to see this later on YouTube, where can we find you? Where can we reach out to you at? Any questions, comments, concerns? This is your time to plug yourself in.
All right, so y'all can follow me on Instagram at true_James, and that's TRUE_JAMES. And that's the same name for Twitter and Instagram, so you can find me on there.
Okay. And you got any YouTube content coming out soon? Anything like that?
I'm making a YouTube page. I'm gonna start posting videos, but I'm gonna start posting a lot of videos on my Instagram of me drumming each Sunday. So everybody just stay tuned. And again, just follow me at true_James. And you gonna see what's coming.
Hey, I hear that. That's a blessing, man. Keep doing your thing. Like I said, I really appreciate you for getting on the show and just breaking down to us what rudiments are and rhythm and everything like that. At this time, I do want to take a minute to shout out Hype Creations. That's the brand that I got on right now. Y'all see my King shirt. That's HYPEKREATIONZ, Hype Creations. They make a lot of shirts like this. They got a matching shirt to go with this, with the Queen, and you see Nefertiti on the front. So, I just wanted to shout out my black businesses out there and everything like that, and local brands. So, shout out to Hype Creations. Shout out to James and Kappa Alpha Psi and Lincoln University, Orange Crush, everybody out there.
Yeah.
Shout out to fans. Shout out to everybody that tuned into the Talented Tuesdays this week. Again, I would love to see your comments on what kind of talents you would like to see next on Talented Tuesdays. Next week we have, who do we have next week? Next week we have a painter who's very talented, so I would love to see you guys on the show next week as well. Again, this is brought to you by the GoldenKey Foundation, developing leaders one step at a time. And again, I appreciate you, James. Appreciate everybody else. And we are out.
All right, bro.
All right, man.